Man, seriously, what's happening in the world, man? It's unacceptable. We can't accept what's happening anymore. We just can't accept it. People are really crazy, dude. I can't believe there are comments. There are no comments on my page. Attacking Vini Jr. and defending the racists. Man, there are people commenting on my page attacking Vini Jr. and defending the racists. Man, this is unbelievable, which is even worse. Mourinho, man, the coach. Coach Mourinho saying that Vini Jr. is wrong and Vini from Revo Maria is the man. I already said it last night, it didn't notify, and now, early in the morning, I'm bringing it here. Because we need to make as many people as possible aware against these damn racists. People we shouldn't have any consideration for, with racists. The place for a racist is in jail. And Jose Mourinho defending the racist. That's what's worse. The worst of all, and we see is a situation like this. Guys, so for those who aren't aware of what happened, which I think is unlikely since that's all anyone talks about, we're going to bring you the information here. I want to come in like this and say, guys, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to this Menga. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel. If you're just arriving, please follow, like, and share on all platforms and subscribe below if you're on YouTube. Turn on notifications by clicking the bell and leave that awesome like on the video. We're here, brought to you by YouTube Shopping. You can get official Flamengo products here. I'll highlight several for you, and you can get the official products too, man. And help Flamengo, that's what's most important. You help Flamengo because you're buying official products. Flamengo gets royalties, right? Well, so yesterday we had Vini Jr. reporting that he was a victim of racism during the match between Real Madrid and Benfica in the Champions League at the Estadio da Luz in Lisbon, the Stadium of Light, which has nothing to do with light. It's a stadium of darkness. Sadness, what happened? He scored a great goal, a fantastic goal, went to celebrate. Then the opposing fans started to dance, to samba, just like always. Everyone always joked around, messed around when celebrating a goal, and then the chaos happened. He even got a yellow card for celebrating. What a shame. The referee, Francois Letexier. After that, he reported being subjected to racist abuse coming from the sideline and from a Benfica player, Prestiani. Yeah, of course it had to be, man. What happens the most in the Libertadores is Argentine fans and players attacking Brazilians, right? And a little less, but it's very common in CONMEBOL for Argentinians to do that, imitate monkeys. And he reported Prestiani, which led the referee to activate the anti-racism protocol and stop the game for about 10 minutes, UEFA's protocol. So, during the interruption, the striker was supported by teammates like Mbappe and Chouameni, while coach Jose Mourinho also talked to the player. He talked, right? After the game resumed, Vini kept being booed and had objects thrown at him. The incident will be officially reported in the match summary. My friends, this is very serious, especially if you take into account that the coach Jose Mourinho, that guy, man, I'll say it right away, that guy will never coach Flamengo. Maybe he won't coach any team in Brazil because no one will forget your attitude. No one will forget this. Mourinho, no one will ever forget what you did. You won't be forgotten, Jose Mourinho. Look at what Jose Mourinho said, which was also what he said. To Vini Jr., he told Vini Jr. to play soccer, etc. That other soccer idols didn't celebrate the way he did, and so on, mentioning Eusebio, Pele, etc. Let's listen here, man. Let's listen to Jose Mourinho's statement. What a shame, okay?
Something that doesn't happen in so many stadiums, always the same thing. Is there something wrong with Vinicius on the field?
Look, it happens in so many stadiums. There's something that's not going very well. Always with Vinicius. And then, guys, the guy is defending the racist and attacking Vinicius Jr., wanting to know why is it always with Vinicius. I told him, you score an out of this world goal. Mourinho's saying this, you score an out of this world goal.
Why do you celebrate like that?
Why do you celebrate like that? Because he's celebrating a goal in soccer, just like all the players, including yours, celebrate, just like you also like to celebrate.
Why? Why don't you celebrate like you used to?
Why don't you celebrate like you used to, like Stefano Pele?
Why don't you celebrate a goal just with the joy of being?
Why don't you celebrate the goal? Just enjoy the moment.
A player from another world, of being a player from another world.
It always goes the same way.
It's something I can't understand.
Which is something I can't understand. I'll tell you guys, man. I can't believe it. That the guy normalized a racist attitude from one of his players to attack Vini Jr., who was the one who suffered this horrible racist attack. And he's criticizing Vini Jr. for a celebration in soccer and thinking that the mistake is with Vini Jr. Mourinho, after this, you'll never coach Flamengo, and I don't think you'll coach any team in Brazil. You've closed the door to the market. And I call on every fan in Brazil, every Flamengo fan who runs into Mourinho on the street to speak up in defense of Vini Jr. You support a racist. Mourinho, if you support and defend a racist, you are also a racist. Let him always be remembered for what he did, that in a moment of a racist act, he sided with the aggressor. Oof, guys, it's surreal, and we need to congratulate Mbappe. I think he's the guy, no player in the history, I think, of Real Madrid. In this whole situation with Vini Jr. always being attacked, right? With racist acts, no one stood up for this fight like Mbappe did. This time, he went after the Argentine, calling him a damn racist and confronted him 4 times. Everyone did everything they could to make sure the guilty one was punished. And Mbappe even went to Vini Jr., right? What do you want us to do? Whatever you want, we'll do it as a team. We'll never abandon Vini. We support our player. If something like that happened to you, how would you feel? Man, Mbappe deserves applause. Sensational, okay? And even Mauro Cesar Pereira posted this photo of Mbappe, right? He posted saying like this: look, Flamengo is looking for a striker. After today's spectacular attitude, it's worth asking how much Mbappe's release clause would be. Calm down, guys. It was just a joke to ease the tension after the absurd thing that happened in Lisbon. But really, Mbappe comes out of this with a lot of respect from Flamengo's fans, right? And we also had Mauro talking here, a coach in full decline and close to a second elimination in the same Champions League edition. And he even questioned Vini Jr.'s celebration after the only goal of the match. So, Mauro Cesar, this is the coach in full decline in his career, and probably because of that, that's the only reason he went back to Portugal, right? And he didn't like Vini Jr.'s goal celebration. Man, right? He's a guy who's already been hostile to the fans. He's a guy who doesn't have my respect. Really in full decline. Mauro Cesar is absolutely right. Mauro Cesar is absolutely right. That's it. That's Jose Mourinho, right? It's a shame, man. Yeah, we also had the player, right? Gianluca Prestiani. I want to state that at no time did I direct racist insults at the player Vini Jr., who unfortunately misunderstood what he believes he heard. What he believes he heard. I have never been racist, and I regret the threats I received from Real Madrid players. Oh, poor thing. Such a poor thing, right, huh? And Mauro Cesar also reposted here what your player said at Benfica, tagging Benfica. Why did he cover his mouth, right? Because it was Benfica who posted this one from Prestiani, right? Together by your side. Look at that. Look at this. What a shame, Benfica. What a team. Disgusting team, man. What a disgusting team this Benfica is. Look at this. What a disgusting team, man. Together by your side. Disgusting club, man. I'm going to repost this here. Nasty club. Nasty, nasty club. Nasty, nasty, xenophobic, racist, nasty, right? Thiago Pereira, by the way, former Flamengo advisor, disgusting club, former advisor, also works with the São Paulo disgusting club. From now on, you're not welcome in Brazil and have lost millions admiration. Not Benfica. Come on, man. You need that club. Racists, racists, racist player, racist club, racist fans. They even showed images here of the fans harassing Vinicius too. Imitating a monkey. Look at that. Look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this. Imitating a monkey. Look at that. Look at that. Imitating a monkey. It's not just the fans. It's not just the player. No, it's not just the player. Look at that. He's going to imitate a monkey again. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's not just the player, man. It's not just the player. It's not the player. It's the club and the fans. Disgusting, filthy, filthy. Right? Man, it's disgusting, man. I'm here. I'm pissed off, bro. I'm pissed off. Doing this to us, the Brazilians. You guys are such jerks, bro. Yeah, man. This is the moment when Prostiani racially abused Vini Jr. in the room for razzi, no room for racists. Yeah. Yeah, man, you can see it there, man. Wow, and what a great goal Vini scored, right, man? What a shame, right? What a shame. Why did he put his hand in front, right? Why did he put his hand in front of his mouth to talk? Why did he put his hand in front of his mouth to talk, right? Come on, right? Why, right? Guys, unbelievable, unbelievable, surreal. It's unbelievable that we still see this kind of thing happening, this total reversal, right, of values. It's to say here, man, that we had our president, Luis Eduardo Batista, BAP with Bruno Cantarelli, right? With Samir Chaud enjoying carnival in the Confederação Brasileira de Futebol, very important person box. Look at that, Bruno Cantarelli, BAP Samir Chaud, right? President of the Confederação Brasileira de Futebol, enjoying the Confederação Brasileira de Futebol, very important person box. And what did that get me? Some attention, right? What caught my attention about this is that at some point we had Leila Pereira very close to Samir Chaud, very close to the Confederação Brasileira de Futebol, and Flamengo didn't know how to play this game because it's a game, guys, it's a game. And if Flamengo didn't know how to play this game, it seems like Flamengo has learned, right? Because we only saw Leila Pereira there with Samir Chaud and everything else. Now it seems like BAP's friendship with Samir Chaud, right? Now they're gonna say it's Varmengo, right? Man, what a joke, right? Because Palmeiras, Leila Pereira was always at the Confederação Brasileira de Futebol, always there. And I always said that. I always defended that. The president of Flamengo needs to be more present at South American Football Confederation events, at Confederação Brasileira de Futebol events, right? He needs to be more present, okay? So, between one commitment and another off the field, the red-black president and the president of the Confederação Brasileira de Futebol took advantage of a relaxed moment amid the festive atmosphere. We had BAP in the Confederação Brasileira de Futebol box, and of course, people are going to talk. Guarmingo was already there too. Yeah, that's exactly what needs to be done. Leila is always there with the guys. So now Flamengo has learned how to play the game. That's what matters, and that's how it should be. Look, let me bring some important information here. Flamengo is renewing with a star from their youth academy, a player. For me, today, the biggest revelation from Flamengo is Everton Araujo. He should even renew before Cebolinha. Flamengo is already in the process of renewing with Cebolinha as well. But according to journalist Bruno Lemos, midfielder Everton Araujo is expected to make his contract renewal with Flamengo official right after the finals of the South American Recopa. The expectation is that the new contract will be signed as soon as the club finishes its participation in the Continental Final. So Everton Araujo is ahead of Cebolinha in terms of renewal, but Cebolinha is also an urgent matter since his contract ends at the end of the year. So Flamengo is looking for two important renewals, Everton Cebolinha and Everton Araujo, two Evertons with one move. Only Flamengo is making plans to renew with two players considered very important in the squad, including Everton Araujo, who should be a starter against Lanús. Since the guy Samuel Lino is not going through a good phase. Flamengo and Felipe even want to help the player recover. But the impression I get is that the fact that some players were rested in this game against Botafogo is a sign that they will be starters in Argentina. It's important to bring up here that Flamengo and Madureira already have a set date and time. Both games will be at Maracanã, as we mentioned yesterday. The first leg is this Sunday, the 22nd, at 8:30 post-meridium at Maracanã. The second leg will be on Monday, March 2nd at 9 post-meridium, also at Maracanã. So FERG has announced the dates and times for these games, the semifinals of the Carioca Championship, Flamengo versus Madureira,